beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh,
Thanks, Coach. Well, the sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Washington Redskins. This is fielded at the goal line. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So a little breathing room now. First and 10 at the 17. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jones. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a third down. He'll look to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Haskins. Completes it to Corey Grant. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Third down, here's Haskins. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Grant, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins got his man. It's Williams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Grant. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Corey Grant, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On second down, Washington. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Let's make it.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
That's a gain of 6.
Back to throw here. This is caught. It's Cooks. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets it to Cooks. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Washington Redskins, first down.
He'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now it's Haskins. His throw incomplete. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Haskins. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Washington on 3rd and short. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And that is going to be incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll run it with Jones. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Looking to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. It's caught left side by Cooks.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Grant. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They will run with Grant. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 43. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, here's Washington. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Now on 1st down, it's Washington again. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Here's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot for Haskins. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Come on now, let's go.
Tonight's final score, Redskins.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Redskins, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win.
That's 20 goons and a ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give.